I like to move it like that. I'm gonna lose it like this. And now you're never going back. I like to move it like this. I like to move it like that. I'm gonna lose it like this. And now you're never going back. I like to move. I like to still delectable. The memories make a room spin like a carousel. Don't stop because I like to move. Bite my bottom lip, chew among myself. I something still delectable. The memories make a room spin like a carousel. Don't stop because I like to move. I like to move. I like to move. I like to move.
Check one, check two. We're just doing a quick mic check here. Check one, check two, check three. Check 1, 2. Check 3, check 4.
I like to move.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is David Palmer, the Leo King, and we are here for spiritual dance music for the new moon in Aquarius and the Chinese New Year, January 24th and the 25th of 2020. And we're here live at the High Vibe TV studios with a live audience. If I can get everyone to say what's up. Yeah, can I get a little? So, Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you all for being here. And everybody at home, thank you so much for being with me here today on YouTube. Actually, you know what? I forgot to spread this message out on YouTube or on Instagram. So we're going to do a little Instagram story. If you're out there watching right now, please share this message. We got to send the best energy for this planet right now. And we're all doing this here in this room. And we know that you're at home doing it. And we want this to spread everywhere. That's what this show is all about. It's all about connecting people. It's all about all of us coming together as one in a beautiful, fun way, in our own unique way of expressing ourselves, channeling the astrology, looking at the tarot, and coming down and to have some fun and dance. And it's a new moon time. You want to set the right intention. So I'm going to do a live while I'm doing a live. All right, everyone, make sure that you check out Spiritual Dance Music is live now because we got a live audience here at the High Vibe TV studios, and I'm going to be a little wild tonight. Swipe up now. Make sure that you put it out there, so if you're watching. I want to make sure that we get all these people. So while I'm posting this, Chinese New Year, new moon in Aquarius. I think this is a very exciting new moon in Aquarius. The reason why I say that is because, one, we need it bad. It has been the beginning of a year that feels heavier than normal, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think what we are doing is shedding. We're shedding off karmic weight. And when you shed off a lot of karmic weight, guess what? It's going to feel like, well, and the audience are saying shit. Maybe there's something, and we just are leaving the pig, which likes to roll in its own shit. No disrespect to the pigs born in 1983 and beyond before that. But ironically enough, I think it's very interesting that the last pig cycle with Saturn Pluto was 83. Everybody in here is looking at me like I'm some magician or something. I just did some quick math. But, this is a time where it's been heavy for people because there's so much karmic weight of endings and stories and morals and questions of all those things that become weird in Capricorn. Like, am I guilty? Am I a bad person? Or why is this destiny not aligning? Or why is this one aligning and that one's not? Or why is this one aligning and I want it to, but why is it taking forever? That's all amens, right? That's a lot of amens. But that's the beautiful part of this, is this Aquarius energy is like, okay, liberation time. But it's squaring Uranus, so we're confronting weird situations with people. The spiritual community went crazy this week. I'm going to be honest with you all. I don't know what happened, but relax. I thought this whole thing was about fun and expression, and now it's turned into everybody's Lucifer and all this crazy stuff. So relax. Okay? All the planets are direct. We're facing Uranus. These are everybody's intersections. If you were to imagine a million cars all at once driving to the same spot and trying to find a lane, that's what this new moon is, square Uranus. It's an Aquarian energy. It's squaring Uranus, which rules Aquarius. And it's like crazy town. But it's great crazy town because it's a little bit like, I always think of Roger Rabbit at a moment like this as Aquarius, right? He's the weird rabbit, but we all like him a lot. And how does he end up with Jessica Bunny? And then you got the weird detective who and the humans who are really attracted to the cartoon Jessica Bunny. Which I understand why. I guess they went into anime with porn, I guess. I mean, that's not my thing, but I don't know why Roger Rabbit did that to the world, but thanks, brother. I've always thought that was weird. But there's something to say about this weird part of Roger Rabbit, right? He's kooky, he's weird, he's different. But, all the guys and all the people don't understand, why is she with Roger Rabbit? It's because he allows himself to be unique. He allows himself to be himself. And in Aquarius, he still finds a way to help people and be good and be positive and stay on the job. And he cares about, in that life, it's Toontown. Remember how much he cared about Toontown to help Toontown and help all the other? And that's why if you notice in that movie, there's like little things like the fire hydrant and the cactus trees. They all love him. Because at the end there, remember the weird, crazy dude? And he's got that weird poison. And it's like going to destroy Toontown. And Roger Rabbit goes and he just does wild, crazy stuff. And he's himself. And that's why she likes him. He's not trying to be somebody. He just is someone. And that's what this is reminding people is that there's this fear of like, what are people going to think if I'm really this person right now? Because when you're dealing with the sun square Uranus, and you're dealing with the already Aquarius energy square Uranus, we've never in our lives had the sun in Aquarius square Uranus and Taurus. Last year, Uranus was back in Aries in 2019. 2018, Uranus was in Aries. So we've never in our lives had the Taurus Uranus square the sun in Aquarius. It would have been over 40 years ago since the last time the sun in Aquarius could have squared Uranus in Scorpio. So that's different though, because now we're dealing with self-worth, values. And that's what comes up to question. Like, am I going to be able to create this if I'm really myself? Do I have to listen to what other people are doing in order to be acceptable to society, to where they'll value me? Or are they going to shut me out if I don't do something that I don't feel like doing? And that's what I've been seeing in the spiritual community is just like people being who they really are and just like attack. And it might be happening in your personal lives, right? Like, because there's things that are going on in your life where you're like being called to go in a radical UFO. I got to find my video and actually share this thing. Hold on one second. I'm in my UFO for a second, everyone. This is a good lesson, good spiritual lesson for what I'm preaching. Hold on, there we are. Okay, let's save that. It's my UFO. I mean, well, welcome to the UFO. Okay, one more post and we're out of here. Spiritual dance music is going down right now. If you're not here, that's okay. I love you still, but you should come anyway. Go on YouTube and the high vibe. And I really love this track. It's a good track. Go on YouTube or all right, last one, new moon. That's all they're getting is a hashtag astrology and new moon. Do you guys hashtag or not? Ish? How many hashtags do you all do? And those out in the chat. 3? I heard that the algorithm doesn't like if you do too many. All right. I'm done with all that internet stuff. Uranus, Aquarius. So that's the other thing here, everybody, is that think of how the internet right now and social media has created this whole idea of followers and all this stuff. And with Uranus here in Taurus now, it's like, am I a good enough person in society because now I'm not somebody that's in the electronic social media world? This is the first time we've dealt with this fully. It's been a buildup and talked about mental health cases and studies and so forth and how it affects people. But this is the first new moon ever in Aquarius to square Uranus and Taurus since Hitler was around. So, and back then, what did people do? Well, I guess I'll put on the swastika. Like, I guess that's what everybody else is doing. No, that is not what you do. Gosh, I should have been a third grade teacher. I would have been a really weird third grade teacher. I don't think I would have made it. But that's where it's like, do you really have to go be a follower right now? and worry so much about what everybody's going to think about these really powerful directions that you can now finally free yourself. This is the first, 2020 to me is like free will for the first time being experienced. Because of the fact that all this karmic energy is ending, right? With Jupiter in the south node, with Saturn and Pluto now have conjuncted, and a dark moon has finally set the lunar cycle to actually tap into that new energy. That happened just last night. And we had people here that were here before, and it was not a fun night for a lot of people last night. So, you know, it's the realization, though, of that the weight of whatever choice we make in our life, because we are feeling the weight of what it feels like to let it go, we actually, for the first time, really feel the weight of decisions we make in our life now. But that weight should not be a fear, because we want to have that energy. The fear is doing something that you feel like is off course, or off too crazy, or off your true identical self. If it's not really what you are, and you're basing that off what other people are saying, you're going to be screwed to this year and decade. Because this is a time where it's like, you're going to have to pick the people. You're going to have to pick the circumstances. You're going to have to pick everything now in your life at this moment through this Chinese New Year. You're a rat now. You're not a pig. Rat's the first sign. Go Rats, baby. You know what? Like, we need to get rid of all the sports team names and just give the Chinese zodiac. And I'm just rooting for Rat Leo team all day. That's it. Rat Leos. Ratikins in the house tonight. So, I will say, it's a beautiful time, though. Mars and Mercury are in a nice sextile, so you can think clearly through the future right now, and you all can see the journey you want to go on. But that square two from Mars to Venus and Neptune is like, am I ludicrous? Am I ludicrous? Am I Luda? I don't know. Luda. Am I ludicrous? Am I crazy to do this? Am I crazy to go in this direction? Am I self-sabotaging myself by doing something crazy? No. You're doing something crazy when you are denying yourself of the soul, imaginative adventure that feels like it is weird and different, and it's truth for yourself. Then you're denying magic. You're denying love. Because that's what this comes down to. The opposite of Aquarius is Leo. It's love. So we are confronting the weirdness in ourself and what we're feeling called to in our life. And it's the fear of actually loving that completely. And if you allow other people or groups or internet or anything in the world to determine what you feel, how you think, you're not in love with who you really are, one, and you're not in love with whatever you're going to go with next. And right now we all need love back more than ever. It's not like it's been gone ever. But while you're dumping that old karma, and while you're going through the eclipse cycle of the last month that we went through, from Christmas to literally now, finally ended it, it's been monumental. And it's been a wild time. But it's been a time for you to really go, this is my new direction. This is the life I was meant for. And at the beginning, because it's so new, guess what? What if a toilet didn't look like a toilet anymore and it was 3 seashells? It was Demolition Man. It's old. Man, I'm millennials watching me are like, what the hell is he talking about? Taco Bell in the future will be like the nicest restaurants in the future of corporate America, if you don't know. That was the idea of that movie, though. But imagine if they were like, yeah, if you got to go take a number 2, you got to use the 3 seashells. What? I'm so used to toilet paper and a toilet. We're lucky here in the first world. Because most people around the world actually don't even have that luxury. They go in the water and then they drink that same water. So we're lucky. And I think that this is a moment for us to appreciate more of all this blessings that are surrounding us right now and realize it's this new entry to where we're going in our lives. It's a new entry for us that we don't know what it's going to feel like, even though it's going to be so new and exciting, it's going to feel weird and off. But we know it's right. We know it's the right path. If you look forward, and while you're looking in the present down at these new ways that it looks, and it's like, Are you going to go to a comfortable, safe, same passage you've already gone through before where, okay, maybe you want the toilet because you're so used to that or whatever. You're just going to go replay that, all that weight you just spent, I don't know, thousands of years or more that you've been holding on to for lives and go do it again. That's what a karmic new path looks like. It's not going to feel normal. And other people around you they're not the dark. They're just not aware because that's uncomfortable to them because you now look different same as the 3 seashells look different to a toilet bowl. And that's where you can't let the world and you can't let people inhibit that love of that new karmic direction that you feel that you're pulling. And I wouldn't even call it karmic. I'd call it dharma. I'd call it truth, writing a new story, writing a new world, writing a new beautiful thing. So I know that there's a lot of negativity being spread about astrology right now and the year ahead and all that. But this is the moment you want to seize that new world, no matter what it looks like. It deals with people, though. It's Uranus. It's Aquarius. Venus is square Mars. So people's opinions now of your spiritual happiness, your spiritual sensitivities are going to be hit hard. That you are not going to be able to choose, even if you go on the comfortable path, then you're going to have the people that are on the real path that they know that this is the path, going to be like, what are you doing? And then it's like, now you're on the right path. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, so just realize that no matter what path you choose, it's going to look crazy, but one path will feel magical. The other will feel dead. Or like you've been here so many times before, and it's been the exact same experience, right? And it's like, even though it looks really satisfying, like, ooh, it's not. And believe it or not, the experiences right now that challenge you to your emotional comfort zones, and they challenge you to things that you have never been through this before. I've never been treated this way before. I've never gone into these kind of energies of a job, a relationship, or anything. Like, it just feels different. This doesn't feel normal at all. That's how you're breaking your cycles. That's what this new moon is about. Don't waste it. A month from now, Mercury's in Pisces and going to go retrograde, and Mars is going to come into Capricorn, Mercury retrograde, and the Mars in the South Node is the loser. It's the, like, losing hand or the losing, if you want to play dice, like, snake eyes. Oh, got the coronavirus. Snake eyes. I really do care about that virus, so and I hope that everybody out there in the world that is starting to get it does get healed, and I want not only myself, but I know everybody in the world wants prayers to come out to all those people, because I think that's a serious situation right now. But I do like to tell jokes about serious things to lighten the load, and we have to right now see that we have to look through a scope that's different in Aquarius. Uranus was found with a telescope, and it was found in a spot that nobody thought there was anything ever there. They always said the last planet is Saturn. And that's why Saturn has this whole weird... Saturn is the biggest ego, in my opinion, that I have control of. I'm the last planet, and I have control, and I'm... No! No! Man, his ego got blown when Uranus was found in the 1700s, you know what I mean? And that's when, like, chastity belts started to get thrown out, you know what I mean? Like... like, what's this thing for? So, then Neptune's found in the 1800s, and people are getting drunk breakfast, noon, and night. Literally. And then Pluto is found in, we see an atom bomb, and we see obsessive, compulsive, narcissistic, crazy people that want to kill the planet and people. So, maybe we find a new planet here coming up here in 2020. I don't know. But we are exactly 90 years from finding Pluto, now that we're in 2020. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, Pluto's coming up to its 90th birthday and knowing about it. But this new scope is everything. Because if you can see that right now, you know there's something behind Saturn that everybody's telling you there's nothing there, but you can see it. And you have to put that scope there. And even though there's virus and impeachment and whatever I don't think that a lot of people are letting this stuff get to them right now because there's way more serious things in life than impeachment. That it's like you've got to see through all that and you got to go to what you see in your life. And there's been so much that 2019 at the end there with Jupiter, Venus, and Sag, and it just gave you all the gifts already to go on that road. It's just your leap that you must take now. I'm going to pull the cards real quick. Give me 1 sec. I had a weird theory since what's it called? The coronavirus or coronavirus? Coronavirus? Coronoscopy? Coronavirus? Since if it did come from a snake, maybe it's here to go kill all the reptilians. I'm a hybrid though, so I'm a little freaked out. If you got Scorpio in your chart, you're hybrid, whether you want to deny it or whatever. Like that's the problem with the love and light community right now. Is all these generation, most of them in the millennials, have Pluto and Scorpio, and they're like, no, there's no darkness in the world. I'm denying. Yeah, welcome to the club. You have a little bit in you. That's how you find your light. Jeez. That shit's deeply embedded if you got Pluto and Scorpio. Good luck, child. You think a tick is deeply embedded? You got a fucking reptilian deeply embedded in you. You can't even see it. At least if you're aware of it, fucking you know how to handle it and do it in a good. So, anyway, this is crazy time. Aquarian time. Bozo time. What happened to Bozo the Clown? I missed that guy. All right. We are going to see... Joker kind of fucked that Bozo the Clown movie or TV show up for life. I don't know. We're fucked. No more Bozo. I know. No more Barnum and Bailey's either. But again, everybody's going to tell me they mistreated animals. Okay, I get it. I'm just saying I lived in a world where that was... We liked it. First card for this new moon and this Chinese New Year in the Rat is the King of Rods reversed. Oh, wait, here, that's for the audience is, yeah. I think we're coming into this new moon, like we have traveled so far for our heart's desires, and we've just come up feeling tired and a little bit short and a little bit like an idiot. Like, I really did all that shit? Fuck. What the hell did I do all that for? Well, that's how to teach you to be a better leader within your own heart now. That's the only way they can do it. sometimes, in military when you're at war. Now, it'll be, and by 2030, I can't even say that I was in the military or war because they're probably going to make me like, anybody that was in that shit, like you're a bad person. But you flank, right? Okay, we're going to flank them from this side. That's how you learn oh no, we lost everybody. You have to sometimes learn by the losses that you had the power, you had that staff in your hand of love, and you had all that determination, and you learned, I'm not going to flank from the left anymore, I'm going to kiss from the right. Or maybe you need to kiss from the middle, or slide a hand down the back. Judgment card upright. All right, so we are all being called up to the highest service in our lives right now from Spirit. That's what I love about the Judgment card. It is a judgment call. The horns are trumpeting. So we have to take action, but don't let that King of Rods in reverse be like, well, I have fucked up and failed. And it's like, it probably also means that what you know is your destiny in front of you feels like it's going to fuck up automatically, which I'm here to tell you it's not. If it looks like it's going to be fucked up, probably is not. The things that you think are like, oh, this ain't going to get fucked up. Uranus, square the new moon. That's what's interesting to me. But in those that are not going to step up and be called up, well, I think that's a little bit of victim mentality that's going to be going around. Judgment card with a King of Rods reversed. Like, it doesn't feel good to me. But I think that it is a beautiful energy, though, that we can all stand up and know that all of us as a collective have not gotten the full payoff, if that makes sense, of feeling as powerful in our heart that we're used to. So true love of ourselves in the world are coming. Our challenge is the devil card. So upright. Uh-oh. There was a time when actually a sound like this was called devil music. Now everybody dances to it. So, and I was in the rave scene when they called that. So I think that the challenge here is not going on your calling path and staying on your old path, which you know is toxic because it's comfortable, because it gives you some sense of power and control. And you've already been there before. I just, I don't want to give away that show, but, I think that these are also going to be very clear things that are the devil, that energetically are just taking away from your happiness and trying to fulfill your happiness with things that are unfulfillable because they're not coming from a mission. Anything that doesn't have a mission attached to it right now from a higher source and God is going to feel like empty. We got the King of Swords upright. So we have the ability to see this stuff very clearly. What our mission is, what the mission of the dark is, and what the mission of the highest light is, even though the light mission is going to feel like, did I get screwed so many times? Is this really real? Yeah, it is real. You just cleared your karma. And they talk about that in spirituality for a long time. But this has been a collective dark night of the soul. This has been an individual multi-dark nights of the soul. This has been, and a card flew. That came out, and you know what? Wow, it was the Ace of Fire, so the Ace of Rods. And that's with the King of Swords. The light is the way. We are starting from fresh. I love this one because there's a dragon in this one. Woo, look at that. Listen to them in the back. Get the dragon going. Oh, my gosh. There's a spider in it, too. with an egg and a spider in the egg. Make sure you check your bed sheets tonight, people, for spider eggs that are... I was kidding. Ew. Oh, my gosh. Spider eggs. So I think that this is a beautiful moment because, like, really, if you pick your mission and you go, this is all old karma, and even though maybe that didn't feel good, this is what's my new mission, and I don't know what it's going to look like, but I know that the mission's there. I'm smart enough to see it, and it might feel off and different, maybe even alien. It is Aquarian times. That's how you know. But if you're going to go to the dark and be like, I'm going to stay where I know, Like, I'm going to run back to that ex-girlfriend or ex-boyfriend. I'm going to run back to that old group that screwed me over. I'm going to go run back to that job because it's more comfortable, even though every time I'm there, I have constipation because I'm so stressed. And I'm taking Maalox, like, blah. Spiritual advice card we got is the Five of Swords upright. Now, this one always bugs me out in a weird way because the Five of Swords is somebody who's really trying so hard that everybody pretty much leaves. like, okay, buddy, tries to fight for things that everybody's just like, or take or say that, this is the way, and nobody's like, here's the sword, have it, buddy, But I'm looking at this as like, if we're only focused on just our own wants and our own needs, and we're not knowing how to understand other people right now and understand how we all are thinking and how it's just one little moment where it's like, let me just give myself, this person, some energy and out of myself for just a moment here. You don't need to give your whole life away. Because I think the Five of Swords gets confused in the mind like, this is my life and I am a winner and I'm going to have all the swords and whatever. And it's cloaked. There's always this weird thing. It's like the person who's like the Debbie Downer of the group. Like, I just am not happy and I don't want you happy either. There's dogs and cats like that too, believe it or not. Have you ever met one of those? Hey, just being real. They are. But this is a moment for us to go, it's not all about us the whole moment. With the King of Rods reversed, yes, it's about our mission. Yes, it's about this fiery and exciting time, but the Judgment card has a bunch of people in it. The Five of Swords has a bunch of people in it. So there's something to say about this mission is going to make us to where we can't do things alone. Right? How are we going to do this all alone? I mean, the people in the audience finally, I got some recognition like, wow, I know why it takes a little bit of time to take this show to get going. This ain't an easy show to do. And, if I didn't have Craig in my life, and Jax, and even all you that were here today, I had people help me and bring me cards here. Right? That's this new world that we're stepping into. Where you cannot be the person like, well, they're all doing all that. I'm going to go into the bathroom and be on my phone and just look at nothing, basically. Again, worried about what the other world is thinking about you that's not even in your life. We have got this really powerful moment for us to realize that we can just literally, it's not asking you to go save the world by yourself. Because there's no way one person can. For romantic relationships, wow. Everybody wants to know. I pulled this card so much. This is six of air, Six of Swords. Yeah. So, Six of Swords upright. Well, it's saying that this is a moment where everybody is just trusting spirit in the direction that it's supposed to go. And even though it might not feel normal of control, it's the right direction. What came out with it was the Self card, which I think that this is a beautiful card. Like, it's so gorgeous to me. It's a card that in my... People calling me during my reading here. It's okay. This reminds me of the Star card, right? It's like, you have to clear everything right now that is toxic in your life, emotionally, spiritually, energetically, mentally right now. And if you go into the situations romantically in your life where you're just like, I don't know what it looks like, but I'm clearing all myself and just coming into my divine self, and I'm just going to show up and I'm not going to have any weird shit.
And say you like it.
this thing's going to go in a direction like, wow. This is the Three of Pentacles. Like, this is a beautiful card of building something that you've always wanted to build and grow that actually is a masterpiece. And the Chariot card, meaning we're going to be going on a wild adventure that's Spirit's in control here. But we're going to have to go in directions that we've never been before. So if a relationship is coming in that you've never experienced or been like in before, you're going to be like, I've never done this. That's probably a good sign. If it's like you've done it before, like it's comfortable, they're going to do this and da-da-da, and like I'm used to this. And there's this kind of feeling like the last X and the last X and the last X and the last X. Good luck. Very powerful time, though. I think that the cards actually helped a lot because I think that it showed us that it's not as bad as we think it is. It's like, this is just about the mission, and the mission is a lot of learning to lose control within our obsessive self and to allow us to realize that whatever has happened, you cannot keep going and looking in the past anymore. And you also, the devil is going to be in the past, right? The devil's going to be in the past. The more you just think of the past, the more that you are comparing the new things that show up in your life to the past. That's the devil. That's you not able to let go of the karma. That's not you can't let go of Lucifer's energy, right? The devil's energy, because you keep thinking if it's there or not. Deep. So this is where we do the prayer, and then we go live into the mix. If you never watched the show before, we ask that you definitely spread it out. Please share it out there, because after I do this prayer, then I go deep into this mix. It's purely channeled, and it's about release. And I want to remind everybody, it's release, but this is about a new intention. This is a new moon. It's a new Chinese New Year, and this is a time for you to truly visualize it. This is a positive one, too. This is not some toxic lunar eclipse shit like 2 weeks ago, okay? I hope you didn't have your crystals out 2 weeks ago. Man, don't charge those ones. And if you did, I'd throw them away. Or, no, I wouldn't even give them to anybody. Like, I would throw them in the ocean or your local pool for a little kid to get. No, I'm just kidding. I told you alien babies were coming. I didn't give you the specifics. All right, here we go. I ask Spirit to come in right now in this beautiful dawn of a new era, the 2020 times that we are in, to help guide us into remembering our mission, our path, and the most beautiful path that we know, Lord. We know, Spirit, that you have been here for us to get us here to this path. I know it must be hard for you to watch all of us feel tired, feel scared, and feel fear still, as we have been giving nothing but our undivided attention and love and happiness towards you and the guidance of you. But we also know at the same time that you've been teaching us, and that you have been making us stronger, and that you have been getting us ready and clearing everything out so we can step into the most divine space of your love that we've never experienced fully yet, because we weren't able to see it. We know that you've always given us the full, that you have never pulled out once. But we also know that we have created situations that we have pulled out, or we have never reached the levels of love that you have, because we have been trapped in our own situations and lessons that you have helped us see. And I ask for you to remind people as they step into this new time to remember that anything from the past, any old cycle, any old energy that just does not feel divine and to the path to you, to the love, to the light, to the mission to start this new universe that's full of your love, that's full of abundance for us to have in our happiness and our joy, and most importantly, the wonders that you share with us, that you gift us, that we're so lucky to have the benefit to have in our life every day. And courage, I know, is something that you give us as well. And I ask for everybody right now that listens to this message to remember that Creator, Source, God is truly here with that extra love whenever you need it, for the courage to step into the greatest path, which is remembering that at all moments, every millisecond, every moment you're in your life, that Spirit is truly with you, and that Spirit is within you, and that Spirit of you is how strong the Spirit of Source is, depending on how strong you feel in yourself. And this is a great test for people. That I know, Lord, that you are not even giving us tests, but us in our human form and us in our souls right now are putting ourselves through these endless tests for no more reason. We don't have to keep going through a test. We can truly step into our confident, true self so we can be in alignment with you at the same vibration. To be your greatest gift that you gave the earth. And no more can we come from a place of needing to save this earth or save the world, because we're putting the energy that the world is broken when it's not. We need to stop, and please help, Lord, please help people see that this is not a time for us to continue to put, this needs to be fixed, this needs to be fixed, this is off with me. I need to change this so much of my life. It's going in the wrong direction. I need to fix my health. I need to fix this. We know that through you and through the power, if we can step up to your level of happiness and love in ourselves and blessed energy of knowing that we were blessed to have this soul, to be alive at this moment right now, still alive, is everything. And help people start to see the basics, which are not basic, but the fundamental beauty that is life itself, love itself. And it's from that place that grows the tree of life that you have given us at this moment to bloom brighter than ever and to reflect you brighter than we've ever seen in our lives within us. Thank you so much, Lord. Thank you so much for this amazing time. And please help all the tribes, all the groups, all the communities, and all humanity, and all species, and all souls around the galaxy, the world, and this earth to come together in the way that they're supposed to. And to help people stop their judgment, because we cannot judge, as I know that you are not a judger either. Because we are all in a place where judgment is holding our hearts back and also hurting others back as well. And if you can help people release that, that'd be the one thing I'd ask for, Lord, right now, is the removal of judgment. Thank you, Lord, for all that you do. Thank you for blessing all of us. Amen. All right, everyone, we're going to have a good time right now. I'm going to start this thing a little bit different. Craig's going to get the lights on. And for those that are here live in the studio, we're going to have a blast. And online, you guys are going to have a blast too. So give us a second here, and we're going to have a good time. And make sure that you share it. And thanks for being a part of highvibe.tv. Thank you for everybody in the audience for being here. The show goes about an hour and 10 minutes. So if you want to say bye to me, I'll be done after this. Or if you want to leave, you can leave. It's up to you. I'm just wanting to say bye for those that choose to leave. And I love you all. Thank you for being here. And thank you all out there. Thank you.
and slowly and surely drew their plans against us. In the 39th year of the 20th century came the Great Disillusionment. It was near the end of October. Business was better. The war scare was over. More men were back at work. Sales were picking up. On this particular evening, October 30th, the Crosley service estimated that 32 million people were listening in on radio. We take you now to the emergency room in the Hotel Park Plaza in downtown New York, where you will be entertained. We take you now to the emergency room in the Hotel Park Plaza in downtown New York, where you will be entertained by the music of Raymond Raquello and his orchestra.
Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is a faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This
my people in the house. All my people in the house. All my people in the house.
Just get it up the way you move, so scandalous. You're dangerous. Just get it up the way you move, so scandalous. You're dangerous. Just get it up the way you move.
fuck? What the fuck? The fuck? What the fuck? The fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
get loose, cause you know you gotta move hype. When you feeling get hype, so feel it now. Cause I know that I really gotta move. When you feeling get hyped, don't consider now. Face that, look, shit is unmatched. Beat that, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause the way you gotta move, get hyped. When you feeling get hyped, don't consider now. Face that, look, shit is unmatched. Beat that, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause the way you gotta move, get hyped. When you feeling get hyped, don't consider now. Get hyped. When you feeling get hyped, don't consider now. I get hyped.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
Like that.
Can I have it like that? Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
your hips and drop your purse and grab 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 your hips and act like you're trying to get this money right quick. So can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Like that. Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that? 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 Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Can I have it like that?
You got it like that.
Yes, sir. Let's do it. Yes, sir. expectations. Don't care about my phone. I've been riding solo. So congratulations.
You pick me up when it all goes south. You're calling me out, bring me back to earth. And you lift me up, showing me my worth. And I do all the same for you. No matter what you're going through. Spending a day
the fuck? What the? What the? What the fuck? What the fuck? They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just scrub. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the
circles, you and me. We said the same things, but never what we mean. I know that you wanna play games, but not tonight, not tonight, not tonight, please. Just give me a taste so I know I'm alive. 'Cause I keep dancing on the edge of a knife. On the song, that is right. Let's forget the world for
hits a day at 35 per, you say that's 7 tricks a day at least, but she says, sometimes I get lucky. Once this guy gives me a bill and a half just to eat. All I ever gain. You can say. You sell your color TV, it keeps her off the streets a whole day. You hawk your typewriter for one jolt, then your shotgun, your watch. A week later you say, listen up. Later you say, listen, I'm a little short. But she says, no scratch, no snatch. You say, look, it is better to give. But she says, be gone. One night they spot you on the street, trying to sell your shoes. You tell them who you are. You tell them who you are, but they veil you. Then she happens by and she says, what? You look what? She says, hang tough. But you don't say anything. You just think, what a bum rat for a nice, sensitive guy like me. You just think, what a bum rat for a nice, sensitive guy like me. You just think, what a bum rat for a nice, sensitive guy like me. You just think, what a bum rat for a nice, sensitive guy like me.
Is cool. What you think that we think 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 is cool. think it's cool.
You need, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need, it's good for you. Don't, you need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. No, you need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you know you need it, it's good for you. Don't move, no, you need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you know you need it, it's good for you. Don't move, no, you need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you know you need it, it's good for you. Don't move, no, you need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you know you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you know you need it, it's good for you. You know you need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too. Well, alright, you need it, it's good for you. You need it, hey, I need it too.
faster makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Working harder, make it better, do it faster makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Working harder, make it better, do it faster makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Working harder, make it better, do it faster makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Working harder, make it better, do it faster makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Working harder, make it better, do it faster makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Working harder, make it better, do it faster makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over.
All right, we got one more track. Thank you so much for being part of Spiritual Dance Music, and thank you for coming out. We got one more after this. It's a new world, baby.
Supposed to
No. See, you got to understand, this is not just a dance. It's a culture. It's the way we live. It's what we eat, think, and breathe. You understand me? See, you out there on that dance floor, and you with your partner, and y'all holding hands, and y'all swinging and swaying, and turning them, and twisting them, and dipping them. It's just such an exciting feeling you get. You know what I mean?